Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nisha from EduWings, and today we have got Anjali from Capilano University. Hi, Anjali. How are you?
Hi, Nisha. Very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much. And I'm all good and hope you are doing also fine.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Anjali. Thank you so much for sparing a time for us and being on board today. Jada students ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ Capilano University ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ, where the university is located, programs ਕਿਹੜੇ offered ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, IELTS, PTE, Duolingo, TOEFL, ਦੀ requirement ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ, ਕਿਹੜੇ students apply ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ, especially ਕਾਫੀ students ਦੀ query ਆਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ NABU program and the hospitality program. ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਦੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਇਨ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਵੀ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਲਾਈਕ ਹਾਊ ਵੀ ਕੈਨ ਗੋ ਅਹੈਡ ਵਿਦ ਦਿਸ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਕਾਫੀ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਇਹ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਲਾਈਕ ਉਹ ਨੈਬੂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਲਈ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਬਟ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਐਡਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਟੇਰੀਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ that is overall 6 bands but they are not able to meet that criteria and sometimes they are meeting the criteria then also they are not getting the offer letter. So here I would like to talk कि अंजलि क्या होता है क्यों कई बार स्टूडेंट्स को ऑफर लेटर नहीं मिलती है and what is the reason behind that.
Okay, so Nisha, I would just be introducing myself first of all to everybody over here. So, my name is Anjali and I'm Regional Manager North India for Capilano University. So, to brief you about university, we are located in British Columbia and we have our campuses in North Vancouver, and that is the city that we are located in. So, Nisha, I think your query was that about Capilano getting the offer and all everything. So basically, the standard requirement for the PG and UG courses, generally we keep it to be, around somewhere around 60% academically overall. That is the academic requirement that we, need from the students. However, we being a very demanding university and the courses that we have are also very popular in British Columbia and especially in Vancouver. So of course it becomes very competitive at times, right? We cannot guarantee offers to every student meeting the eligibility criteria because it is an overall profile assessment and has to be calculated accordingly, right? However, it is always recommended that students can share their profile for a pre-assessment with you guys, and then we can give the approval or denial whatsoever it is, and that ways, the students can also save their application fee of $135, and accordingly you can know, they can plan their applications going ahead. So we are open to something like pre-assessment, and it's not that we take much time also to issue the offer. So our time period, generally the turnaround time is just 15 days, considering certain courses like North American Business Management, in short we call it as NABU and 𝗲𝗂𝗧. So these two are PG courses, highly demanding. In a way, it assures job also to the students, before they complete their course. So this particular course is exclusively available only and only with us in Capilano, and we require a 60% here in graduation, right? So if you look at this particular course, this becomes very popular, being an exclusive course with us in Capilano. Of course, it is a strict, assessment of the profile student going ahead. So in this particular course, we just issue the offer in just 7 to 9 days maximum, right? So getting the offer, issuing the offer is not something that is taking more time than 15 days. However, it can be one or two profiles which might require more evaluation as compared to the normal profile. So there it might take some time, or the time period might exceed, but otherwise the standard time would only be 15 days to issue the offer, right? If I talk about the visa success rate, we are having the highest visa success rate all across, and it's somewhere around 85 to 90% that we are having the success rate with Capilano.
Okay, so as you
Yes.
were telling Anjali that we require overall 60% marks for the undergraduate student, is there any criteria for the minimum marks also that they should need to have in their core subjects like physics, chemistry,
Yeah,
math, or
definitely.
so what's
Definitely,
that?
we need 60% overall, but however, none of the paper that the student would have taken, be it from arts, science, or commerce, should not be below 50% Okay.
Okay.
So suppose if a student is having an overall of 70%, but one of the paper is somewhere around 45 to 46, in that scenario, we would not be issuing the offer to the student, because below 50 is something that is not acceptable at all. So suppose a student is going for a commerce course, like we have a business administration and we have three credentials to be provided under that. We have degree, diploma, and certificate. So coming on to the degree and diploma, we do accept students without maths for that particular course. But the three core papers or the business core papers that we require is accounts, economics, and business studies. Now, these three papers should not be less than 50%, even if the overall is 70. However, we require it to be 60 only. But the core subjects should not be less than 50. So basically, it's commerce without maths with these three major business core subjects that we, accept for both degree and diploma. So generally, we see, Nisha, that students without maths do not get much options in Canada, but we at Capilano have this option for the students over with us. If I talk about something like Associate of Science degree, we have two options in that. First is a general one, and the other one with a major in biology. Now, here the benefit is that the student, even from a biology or from a medical background, or even from a non-medical background, can go ahead with it, right? Because the core paper or the core streams that we require has to be either medical or non-medical. Overall, again, being 60%, with none of the papers should be less than 50. IELTS, Duolingo, TOEFL, PT, everything is acceptable for all our UG and PG courses. Like IELTS, we need is 6.5 with no module less than 6. Duolingo, we need is 110. TOEFL, we need is 86, 83, and PT, we need is a 56, right? And these are the overall that we require. So we are open to all the language proficiency tests. We are not high on demand. And generally, if you look, we do have alternatives without maths also. So it's only the tourism, degree, if I talk about, that requires maths to be an important prerequisite, and one tourism co-op diploma that we require maths to be an, important prerequisite. However, for arts, science, we are not very rigid on something like mathematics being a requirement till the time core papers are being met.
Okay. So as you were
Yeah.
talking about, like for other subjects, we do not require mathematics. So if there are
Mhm.
students, those who are interested for the tourism program and they want to go for Capilano University, is there any mathematics test that they can appear?
See, mathematic test is not there, but we do have an alternative in that scenario. So, as I mentioned, that tourism, co-op tourism diploma is having maths to be an important prerequisite, and the degree of bachelor's tourism management is having, maths to be a prerequisite. However, the students without maths and who do not have maths and are from a different stream, we do have option for them also. Now, this very particular course is tourism in international. Basically, this is also a diploma for 2 years. So this is diploma in tourism management international. Now, here we do need a 60% overall, but maths is not an important prerequisite. And any
Okay.
stream, be it arts, science, commerce, everything would be more than welcomed with us. With IELTS, Duolingo, TOEFL, PT, this requirement being same, right? So we do have
Okay.
an alternative. Yeah,
Okay, okay. So the thing is this, we have gotten an alternative program with almost a similar name. But the thing is this, directly if
correct.
we are talking about the tourism, the admission won't be possible. So proceeding
Correct.
ahead, Anjali, as you told that the PT requirement is overall 56. So 56 is both for undergraduate and postgraduate student?
Yeah, this remains standard for be it postgraduate or undergraduate. The same is for TOEFL, 83 for both UG and PG students, and IELTS again for both UG and PG. However, we have an exception to it when we talk about a post baccalaureate diploma course that we have in global hospitality and tourism management. There, we can accept an overall of 6 with one, modules not being less than 6. So we are a little
Okay.
flexible to go ahead with it. Yeah.
Okay. So what is on the lower side? What is the lower side for the PTE and TOEFL?
So for PT, we accept nothing below than 56. So it's an overall, nothing below 56. And same goes for TOEFL, nothing below 83. All the modules have to be at 83. And for TOEFL and for PT, all the modules have to be not below 56.
Okay, so it should be each
Correct.
56.
Correct. Correct.
So,
Correct.
what is the what is the course fee if we talk about the UG and the
So
PG?
Yeah. So, Nisha, basically for both UG and PG, the fee structure would be falling somewhere around 19 to 20,000 Canadian dollars for a year. However, as I told you, we have NABU and NABU applied for the post baccalaureate diploma. So here we are having very low fee structure. Like in NABU applied, we have recently introduced a change in the fee structure, and for the first year, it's somewhere around 15,000 Canadian dollars. This is something that we are, in a way giving job opportunities, a practical hand-on experience to the students, wherein getting the job is very much possible for the student and easily available also. Because sometimes what happens that wherever the student is getting this experience, the employer generally ends up hiring up that student if they are, well performing over there. So for this, we have a very low fee structure. First year somewhere around $15,000, and the second year would be somewhere around 17 to $18,000. So this is the cheapest course that we are providing. Considering the fact that we are a university, we do have a very low fee structure over here.
Okay. So if we talk about, there are two type of NABUs which is being offered at in Capilano University. What is the difference between the two? Because normally the student gets confused, like why? Because both the program has got the fee structure difference and everything is there.
Correct. So, Nisha, basically how it works is NABU 1 year is completely management based. However, NABU applied, that is 2 years, is having management and practicum. So, NABU applied basically 3 semesters. We have 4 semesters in total. So, out of this, 3 semesters would be classroom study. And the last semester, the practicum part would be for 1 semester completely. And that would be a hand on experience with the industrial experts over there. So, this is the major difference, that one is completely giving you a 1 semester practical training, practical learning, and this in a way assures the job to the student also passing from the NABU applied course. However, adding on to this, there is, this is NABU. If I talk about in general, be it NABU or NABU applied, this is just like a diploma form of MBA that you get, right? So this course, NABU and NABU applied, we are open to accept students from any of the streams, be it arts, science, commerce, everything is more than welcome till the time other requirements are being met. Like academically, we need 65% over here in NABU and NABU applied. IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, PT, every requirement would be remaining same. Right. So NABU and NABU applied is a very beautiful course and one of the most demanding, being an exclusive course with us in Capilano. And the
Okay.
turnaround time, first of all, to issue the offer is also very less, just a week maybe.
Okay. So like the thing is
Yeah.
that what is the requirement? Because we have seen that many of the student is being accepted in NABU with overall six each as well. And but sometimes as being the program is quite competitive. So what is the requirement that the student should need to have to apply for NABU program? Because you know that it is a very demanding program. So what is the exact requirement that the student needs to have?
CV, as we always suggest, higher the better it is, right? But academically, we require a 60% in graduation or master's, whatever the student would have done. And for IELTS, we need strict 6.5 with no module less than 6. Duolingo, we need an overall of 110. PT, we need 56. And TOEFL, we need 83. So, no compromise on the English language proficiency over here with NABU, because, considering the course being an exclusive, it's very competitive and a very popular one, right? So, we do not compromise on the requirements over here. And being a competitive course, I think being on a higher side is much more safer for the students also to get the offer.
Okay. Uh, with you, Anjali. Like, if the student is interested with the physics, chemistry, and bio, what is the option they can apply in Capilano University?
Okay, so for physics, chemistry, and bio, we have Associate of Science degree with us. One being a general one, and the other one being a Associate of Science degree with a major in biology, wherein we accept students from medical and non-medical both the streams. We require 60% overall to be in grade 12, and none of the papers should be below 50%. IELTS remaining 6.5 with no module less than 6. Duolingo, TOEFL, PT, everything acceptable over here. And the best part of going ahead with any of the associate degrees, with that, be it maths, be it arts or science, the student is very much eligible to take credit transfer internally with us in Capilano in the third year in the bachelor's degree. Suppose a student has completed associate of science degree in biology, then the student can also switch after completing 2 years degree associate. The student can take a credit transfer in Capilano in bachelor's of science degree with us. Right, same goes for arts. Suppose a student has completed associate of arts degree in psychology, the student can take a credit transfer in the third year for bachelor's in arts, for wherein the specialization can be psychology. So this is a very big provision for the students looking ahead to go ahead with something like bachelor's degree over there.
Okay, so the thing is this, like transfer is possible in Capilano University. You can shift from diploma to degree easily.
Yeah, basically, it's not a diploma, it's an associate degree. So, something on a higher side of diploma that we call it. Because associate degrees would be for 2 years, and the student would be getting a stay back for 3 years there in Canada.
Okay. So again, we have got one question from Simran. She wants to ask, ma'am, is maths required for early childhood education program?
Not at all. We are accepting any stream over there, be it art, science, commerce, anything. We need an overall to be 60%, with none of the papers being less than 50, whichsoever stream you belong to. And after that, we need an IELTS to be 6.5 with no module less than 6. Duolingo, maybe 110. PT, TOEFL, everything acceptable. You're more than welcome even without maths, because it's not an important prerequisite over there, both for degree and for diploma.
Okay. So, Simran, I hope we were able to answer your question because she wants, if you're interested to apply in Capilano University for fall 22 intake, you can apply and you can also choose the program you are interested in, that is early childhood education. So, here we have got a lot of clarity about the college and university and the requirement, because there were always a confusion among the students that whether they can apply or not just because of the mathematics as a subject. So we could here make out that only for the tourism management program, that is a diploma program, mathematics is required. Rest, the student can apply without maths as well. So if we talk about the tourism international management program, which you were talking about, Anjali, what is the core subject, or which background student can apply for that particular course?
So basically, the international one. So, see, one thing needs to be very clear with the students, that in tourism we have two diploma. One is tourism management co-op education diploma. Now, here we need an overall to be 60%, but maths with a not less than 50% is a mandatory prerequisite. However, diploma in tourism management international is the second diploma that we provide to the undergraduate students, again for 2 years. But here we are open to students from any of the streams. We just require a 60% to be an overall, right? So maths is
Okay.
not an important prerequisite over here, and the student is good to go without maths also. So in tourism also, we are open to two options for the students, with maths or without maths.
Okay, that's great. Is there any compulsion that the student needs to have one or two core subjects to apply for the program, or one core subject will also do? Because there are a lot of students which come to us and they have got Punjabi English as a common subject, physical education, finance, and geography. So normally geography is counted as a main subject. So in that case, is the student eligible to apply for this particular program?
So basically, how it works is that every program has a different requirement for the core subjects, if I talk about, right? So basically, if I talk about something like a business administration degree or a diploma, now here we need three core papers of business, like accounts, economics, and business studies, right? But if I talk about something like associate of science degree, now there we only require two core subjects, whether the student is from a medical or a non-medical background. So this remains course specific, right? So before applying, you need to check with us that what are the core subjects required. And that is why we recommend that always go ahead with a pre-assessment, and then we can go ahead. We are allowing this provision for the students, that the student do not waste on their dollars, and they can easily get the assessment done and then go ahead with the final application. right?
Okay, that's true. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Anjali, for the information which you have shared with us. So, here I would like to inform the student, those who want to apply in Capilano University, we have got one provisioning that instead of wasting our application fees, we can get the application assessed first. And if the student is eligible to apply for the Capilano University, then we can process ahead. So, like as fall 22 intake is open, so the students can apply. Is there any deadline for the students to apply before a deadline for fall 22 intake?
Nisha, just to add on, we are also open for the May intake right now. So May and
Okay.
September, that is May and fall intakes for 22, is both ongoing right now with us. So whichever intake student wishes to go ahead can go. We do
Mhm.
not have a rigid or a strict deadline to anything, but yes, because Canada is on first come first serve basis, so the students is always recommended to apply on time. However, we do not have something like a seat limitation as such, because we are a huge campus, we are a huge a university in that matter. But however, considering the visa time period and all everything, it is always recommended to do the applications on proper time. Like, this is the best time to go ahead with the application, be it for May or for fall intake. So my suggestion to all the students over here would be to do not delay on the applications. If you're ready with everything, just go ahead and file your application, because this would be leading to on a safer time saving for you also, and that would be more feasible going ahead with other process. After getting the offer, you have to pay the tuition fee, you have to file your visa. And if you file your visa on time, suppose you are having 3 months in hand before you file your visa, so that ways whatever approval or denial whatever you get from the side of the high commission, it would be always you would always be having the option of getting the file refiled or whatsoever it is before the classes starts for you, right? So on a priority basis, I think the suggestion would be to go ahead with the application. May or September is completely your choice, but yes, we do have that provision of first come first serve, right? So do not delay, that is what I would only suggest.
Okay, thank you so much, Anjali, for your time and the information which you have shared with the student. So here I would like to inform all the students, those who have got their IELTS ready and you have got your test date result. So you can apply in Capilano University either for May intake or September intake, as both the intakes are open at this point of time. Because right away, Rajveer has asked one question: is September 22 intake is available? So Rajveer, we would like to inform you that September 22 is open. So you can put up your application, you can come in contact with Team EduWings, and then you can put up your application for Capilano University. Thank you so much, Anjali, for your time. It was a lovely session with you.
Thank you, Nisha. Thank you so much. And very all the best to all the students over here. And see you all soon in Capilano University.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anjali.
Thank you, Nisha. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਸ ਅੰਜਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਕੈਪਲਾਨੋ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕਿ ਕੈਪਲਾਨੋ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਲਈ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਨਾਟ ਮੈਂਡੇਟਰੀ that you need to have your IELTS, so you can go ahead without sorry, it is not mandatory to have a mathematics as a subject. You can proceed ahead without mathematics. There is a way out also where you can apply without maths. So the students from any of the background, either it is commerce, non-medical, medical, humanities background can apply. और जिद्दां काफी सारे स्टूडेंट्स ਦੀ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੈਨਕੂਵਰ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਕੋਲੰਬੀਆ ਪੜ੍ਹਨਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕੋਰਸਸ ਆਰ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਨਾਨ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਕੋਰਸਸ ਵੀ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਨੇ ਤੇ अर्ਲੀ ਚਾਈਲਡਹੁੱਡ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਟੂਰਿਜ਼ਮ ਵੀ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ ਕੈਪਲਾਨਿੰਗ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ IELTS, Duolingo, TOEFL, uh, and PTE is also acceptable for the admission requirement. So you can apply. ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੁਐਰੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਪਲਾਈ ਕਰੀਏ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੰਸਰਨ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੀਮ ਐਡੂਵਿੰਗਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਟੀਮ ਐਡੂਵਿੰਗਸ ਦਾ ਹੈਲਪਲਾਈਨ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੈ 9501626000। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੁਐਰੀ WhatsApp ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰਿਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਸੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਦਾਂਗੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੱਸੋ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੰਸਟਾਗ੍ਰਾਮ ਜਾਂ ਫੇਸਬੁੱਕ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਬਾਕਸ 'ਚ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਅਪਾਰਟ ਫਰਮ ਦਿਸ, ਇਫ ਯੂ ਹੈਵ ਐਨੀ ਕੁਐਰੀ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਟੂ IELTS, PTE, visitor visa, study visa in USA, UK, Australia, you can come in touch with EduWings team. Thank you so much.